What's up, everybody? My name's Chance, and today we're going to be playing some more viewer submitted decks, although today is more of a suggestion than a fully submitted deck. We have Lego Bob's Izzet Spells. Now, again, he didn't fully submit me a deck, he just said, hey, I would like to see an Izzet deck that is heavily reliant on instants and sorcery speed. So, that is what we have here today, and as always, before we hop into the deck tech or deck breakdown, I would like to go ahead and say, if you enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like and a comment in the comment section if you have any suggestions for this deck, as I'm sure there will be plenty. Spells Matter decks, sorry about that, are not my strong suit, so there's definitely, I feel like, some fine tuning to this deck, or to be done to this deck, I'm sorry. And I will go ahead and note that we're not playing any of this card, Expansion Explosion. I have no interest in infinitely looping someone with Ral. Do I think it's interesting? Yes, I think it's interesting that it can be done. Do I want to try and do it? Not really. Not really at all. So, yes, that is the combo: Expansion Explosion, Ral Storm Conduit, copy itself, and you need at least 2 copies because you copy and then copy it again. And then you infinitely copy itself. But I have no interest in doing that, so we're not even gonna have the option in the game for us to do that. So, furthermore, we've been partnered with TCGplayer.com, so excuse me. Anybody looking to help support the channel can go over there, use the promo code the new Dr. Spilkin, and everything you purchase will help go towards the channel. So, kicking off the deck tech or deck breakdown, we have 2 copies of Dive Down and Lazotep Plating, pretty much in here for the same reasons. It's just Lazotep Plating can protect our planeswalkers as well as our creatures, whereas Dive Down is just our creatures. And considering we're playing Spark Double and some Rals, you probably want to have some way to protect your planeswalkers. So then we have 3 copies of Opt, just an easy little spell to get off. Allows us to scry 1, draw a card, shock. A lot of these cards y'all should already be familiar with, as they've been around for whatever, you know. Shock is going to be returning an M20, which I gotta say I'm not happy about at all, but it is what it is. So Lightning Strike, again, more removal or damage to the face depending on how you're trying to run the tempo of your game, and that's a really great thing about Izzet, being able to shock them in the face or their creatures, using it as removal / burn. Like, just the versatility of it is what makes it so great. So Goblin Electromancer, going to make all of our instants and sorceries cost less. Quasiduplicate, going to be able to copy Murmuring Mystic, Spark Doubles, Goblin Electromancer, so, you know, 2 copies, perfectly fine and perfectly fun, which is the main key factor there. We do have 2 copies of Wizard's Lightning, because we are playing, well, a lot of Wizards, and even if we don't get it down, I guess it's an extra Lightning Strike for 1 additional mana, which isn't the world's worst. We have 2 copies of Chemister's Insights to get us some card draw in here. 2 copies of God-Eternal Kefnet, and also brings me to another card, Spark Double, which is in here and can copy either Kefnet, one of your planeswalkers, or what you're really going for is the Niv-Mizzet. Now, I made a Niv-Mizzet Spark Double deck a while back, whenever the set first released, which was fun and interesting, and I really enjoy this combo. But let's be real, if they ever see you Spark Double a Niv-Mizzet, they're probably gonna concede, right? Unless they have an immediate answer, but that is a GG, because from there on out you can just Quasiduplicate the Spark Double Niv-Mizzet and have 3, 4, 5, 6, you know, however many of these spells you can hit. Anyways, God-Eternal Kefnet, gonna reveal the top card. If it's instant sorcery, you can copy it. It costs 2 less, and it has the God-Eternal buff, so yeah, just fits right in. Murmuring Mystic, whenever we cast an instant or sorcery, we're going to create a 1/1 little birdie, which can be a chum blocker, or if we can create enough of them, then we'll just have a bird army, right? Spark Double I've already talked about. Ral Storm Conduit, new planeswalker from War of the Spark. Whenever we cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, deals 1 damage to target opponent or planeswalker. For +2, we can scry 1, and for -2, we can copy our next cast instant or sorcery spell and choose new targets for it. So yeah, just an awesome planeswalker. And then we have Ral Izzet Viceroy. Again, been around since what, Guilds of Ravnica first released. Excellent card. If you get the emblem, you win the game. So, and last but not least, we have Niv-Mizzet, which we should all know the Dragon Wizard by now, Niv-Mizzet. If not, definitely go at least check out this card. Maybe not pick it up because it is gold, but it's super fun. So that's going to do it for our deck tech or deck breakdown. Now, is this a super competitive deck? No. Do I recommend you go spend all your wild cards in this? Hell no. But if you have it and you want to play it, it is certainly fun to see it go off. So we're going to go and hop right into our matches, and hopefully we can make that happen today. Lethal Virus 7. Gonna be our first foe for the day. Sure. I mean, it looks fine. We get to go first. We at least have the mana to hit the Quasi and the God-Eternal, so seems okay. If nothing else, I guess we can Quasi the Goblin Electromancer. Though this deck doesn't really cast huge spells, so you know, Goblin Electromancer is great for Quasiduplicate or for your Chemister's Insight, or Wizard's Lightning, I guess, because it does proc it. But outside of that, it's you know, you don't really ever need any more than 2 Goblin Electromancers down. So, well, we'll just go ahead and play the Guildgate. Reorder our hand around. Ooh, a Simic Proliferate deck. I can get down with that. So we could just go ahead and Wizard's Lightning here, or we can get down our Goblin Electromancer and then still be able to Wizard's Lightning. So sometimes whenever you're playing these style decks, these wizard decks, you really need to make sure you're paying attention to what all your cards do, so that way you don't make a mistake of we'll let them get in for the 2. If they go to try to buff it, that may be when we use Wizard's Lightning, but certainly don't want to use a Wizard's Lightning on a 2/2. So that's fine, and we got a Lightning Strike out of it. Let's get down this God-Eternal Kefnet. Hopefully. There we go. It sticks. Now let's just hope that they don't bounce it back, right? So here's 2 damage. Maybe they won't have a Merfolk Stony Strength. Oh, that's bad because we're completely out of mana. Oh, they got us with that one. Okay, so that was a little bit of a whoopsie. Hopefully they can't buff it this turn. Maybe I should have played a bit more cautious as I was completely out of mana. So yeah, now we're just kind of awkwardly here. If they buff up Pollen Bright Druid, it's going to be even worse. Oh no. So now we have to use 2 spells in order to kill it, right? That's never really a spot you want to be in. They probably plan on using Stony Strength here. Yeah, I'm not gonna fall for that. They still have one mana left. It would kill my Kefnet and reveal? No, there's no reason to reveal that mountain. And we can't Quasiduplicate the God-Eternal, so I think we do just go ahead and swing all in here. And we'll end our turn on that note. We'll wait until they go to buff up the Pollen Druid in some way, shape, form, or fashion, and then we'll, well, actually we can still kill her with that on, so let's see if they go to buff her a little bit more. Song of Freyalise. Not exactly. Resolve. They going for the swing in now? They are indeed. Okay, so let's wait and see. Alright, let's go ahead and take out the Pollen Bright Druid if we can. They do have 2 mana. Who's to say they don't have a counter spell? Okay. Down to 2, and Lightning Strike to finish it. Come on. Maybe. Lethal Virus, really thinking this one over. They have a counter spell? It's very Tom Twist. Huh. Okay, do they proliferate here? Probably. Yeah. And then next turn they get to activate. So, wow, we are just flooding. Y'all better roll up your pants. Alright, well, you know, it is what it is. Seven lands in the top 12 cards. Does that not seem ridiculous to y'all? Go ahead and play your Stony Strength. You've been holding on to it for fucking ever. Yeah. Might as well take action. Who's to say that our next 3 cards won't be all lands? Hey, looky there, looky there. That is something we can do. So, that'll give us some defenders. A defender. That's all we really need, and then maybe next turn we draw into another land, and then we just Quasiduplicate and throw it away. Get another Murmuring Mystic down, get 2 more birds down. Turn after that, we'll hit the God-Eternal. So, yeah, Proliferate hurts. We're going to take 3 damage this turn, but no more, no less, so that's okay, I suppose. 3 is not the world's worst, and depending on what we draw here, Izzet Guildgate, like I said, we draw into another land, and we will just Quasiduplicate it away. 2 more birdies, and another Murmuring Mystic. Wow. Can I call it, or can I call it? How did I know it would be a land? Because once you flood in Magic, you don't just flood a little bit. You don't just draw 7 lands in the top 12 cards. No, no. You're going to draw 18 in the first 30, more than likely. Well, I shouldn't say more than likely, but very probably. You know what I think is actually better is if we just block the 7/7. Because we don't have anything to chum block the 7/7 with on this turn because we have the God-Eternal coming back. So this is kind of how we want to do it. Swing in with these 3. Boom, boom, boom. Maybe a little bit of damage, but every damage counts. You never know when you're going to lose just because that 1 or 2 damages that you decided not to swing in with. So they are going to proliferate. Fantastic. They swing in with both. Fantastic. And we block the Pollen Bright. Now, we just keep our fingers, toes, and everything else crossed that we hit a land. Not a land. We hit a spell. So we are going to reveal it. Excellent, excellent. And just in time, too, because that Merfolk Skydiver was about to get too big for us. But now we're going to create 3 birds off every spell we cast. We're going to throw this Wizard's Lightning back on that Merfolk Skydiver. Create 3 more birds. Now we're up to 6 birds, which is plenty of chum blockers. And we're just going to smash face. So, now they're down to 4. Granted, we're down to 2. This game's become very, very close. I think we got them. Good game. Either we got them or they got us with whatever they drew. Oh, if they have a River's Rebuke. Okay. Nice. Alright, so we win. Holy cow. Oh, are they just going to Neo? Let's see how high they can get with this. They're at 3. There's 4. Shark to Crab. Nope, still doesn't save them. Neoform one more time, please. Oh, goodness. Alright, so let's see what they have for 5. Nothing. Oh. And then they just surrender. They don't even let me smash them with my birdies. Well, game 1, going going a little bit risky with it, but hey, winning with 2 life is the same as winning with 20, because a win is a win is a win, right? So yeah, awesome. On to a game 2. Mediocre Dog, gonna be our next foe. That's good that it's just mediocre. You would never want a dog that was just too good, right? But mediocre is fun. So we'll lead with the Guildgate. With the gates of guilds. And then sure. Let's go Goblin Electromancer. This starting hand is looking a lot. Oh no. If they play, oh come on. Gates are a kind of deck that, yeah, I won't say you can't beat, but like the Rams, the Colossus, they're so huge, and the Rams have trample that like you have to get so big in order to actually deal with them. So fingers crossed I don't have a counter here. No counter is a happy day for me, right? But yeah, because the Rams have trample, it's like you either deal with them because you can't chum block them, or you just get dealt, right? And there's the famous Ram. Well. We're not gonna play the Ral, even though I would absolutely love to. What we're instead gonna do is actually just go ahead and kill that Ram, because we don't want to give them a chance to play another Guildgate, right? We just want to take it out here. Amass a little bit of a birdie army. We still have some cards to play if we are just gonna get board wiped, which thankfully Murmuring Mystic actually has a decent little bit of health, so they still can't wipe us with the Gates Ablaze. They can wipe the birds. How I wish Gates Ablaze was a targeted ability. Then Lazotep Plating would actually mean something. So yeah, best course of action I think is next turn going Ral and just trying to get him to that emblem, and then just pew pew pew, you know, with the emblem. Cast a bunch of instants and sorceries and draw cards and whatnot. So yeah, we're gonna have to go ahead and resolve all here. We could go for the super tempo play, shock them in the face. They're down to 16. We create another bird. We Lazotep Plating. We create another bird plus a 1/1. So that's what. That's 1, 2, 3 more attackers. So that's 5, 6, 8 damage. They're down to 8 after that. Yeah, why not? If it's a Gates deck, let's do this as quick as possible. And again, Lazotep Plating doesn't work against... I would draw a Storm Conduit right after discarding my fucking shocks. Alrighty, tell you what, we're gonna go and get down the Izzet Viceroy. And look at the top two cards. What do we hit? What do we hit? A shock. That is a keep. And all attack. Boom, 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 boom. They're down to 8, like I said. Next turn, we do have nothing. I knew it was coming. It was a matter of when, not if. Well, let's see. Next turn, we get down Ral. Maybe we -2 and shock. That's 4, 5 damage to their face. How many instants and sorceries do we have over here? 4. Well, that's not quite enough for Ral Viceroy to deal with the Gate Colossus either. Tell you what, let's go Ral Storm Conduit. Minus. Play our shock, hit him in the face. We're just gonna have to try and burn him out here. So in the face, in the face, in the face. They're down to 2. And then there were 2. Quasiduplicate. Fuck. Do we have enough? We do have enough for Niv-Mizzet in case we draw them. So yeah, let's just take the Quasi. Oh no. We're so close. Oh. And then there was the Archway Angel. Alrighty. I think it's time to concede. We were the sprinters and they were the marathoners, and well, things just went too long. We had him. We had him. We were so close. Literally, I could have... I could have just spark doubled my Ral Storm Conduit next turn. Like, on this turn, obviously. Minus the 2 on the Ral. Well, no, because I still couldn't cast Quasiduplicate. I guess if I still had the other Ral, doesn't matter. Game is over. We're going to go and throw down the GG. Game 2. Close, but no cigar. And I know some people would say, oh, chance, stay in that game. You might have a chance. No, no, no. Know your battles when you're facing them. And the more you play Magic, you will. But that game was over. So we will move on to a game 3, which will be like a tiebreaker for this deck, right? Because game 1 we won, and it was pretty awesome. Game 2 we almost won, and it was still pretty awesome. So I'm thinking game 3, maybe we won't get our shit kicked in, but it'll still be pretty awesome. Tissues, or T-shoes, I think. Like tissues? T-shoes? I don't know. Like, I want to. Don't get me wrong. I really want to. I wanna be that guy that makes this play, but I can't. Swear to God, if we get flooded again, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm tired of the floodings. Give me some nice dry gameplay. Yeah, I'm playing the islands. Doesn't mean it has to get flooded. I'm also playing some mountains. Anyways, enough is enough. Turn 2 thought erasure up against my Ral. Hey, didn't we just talk about this yesterday? Or the day before? I don't know. My days seem so long. Cause it's like I go to my job and then I come home and I record, and it's just so much work. Not that I'm on, because this doesn't really feel like work. It does because I try to make it at least a little bit more professional. Like, I want to keep the chillaxed vibe, or whatever you want to call it, about the channel. However, I still want to be professional enough with it, so we're just going to shock out their Davriel there and get rid of the mountain. I gotta say, I really love these Dimir deck / hand destroyers, you know, where they're trying to mill you, trying to make you discard. So, I mean, I guess that's something they can do. Just play another fucking Davriel. We'll get rid of the dive down, as it's not nearly as important as killing that killing that Davriel. So our hand is their hand is very stacked. Our lands are I mean, their lands are pretty much split the same way ours are. Thief of Sanity. You beautiful unwanted bastard, you. Alright. We definitely swing in with our Goblin Electromancer. If they take that trade, awesome. I have no remorse about this. What are they doing? Spark Harvest? They're gonna Spark Harvest their Thief of Sanity? No, they're just gonna take it. Awesome. I will certainly take that. Because if they just drew into like a Vraska's Contempt or something to get rid of our God-Eternal Kefnet, then we're fine. They just have another one. I mean, so do I. Probably not too happy to see that, but it is what it is. Although if they have a cast down, they can hit our copy of God-Eternal Kefnet, because it's not a legendary, right? It's just a regular old illusion or zombie god. I don't. What is it counted as? Does it count it as both an illusion and a zombie and a god? Who knows? Let's see what they have in store for us. Also interesting to note, if they remove my Spark Double, God-Eternal Kefnet, whatever you want to call it, this one, then it's still, and we'll reveal it twice, then it still goes back into our deck, so we still get to use Spark Double. It comes back as Spark Double, so that is super awesome. Oh yeah, right. Decline. Whoops. Forget, we only have 1 red mana, so that's not gonna work. If only we could draw our lands right. Either way, we're still winning this. Like, you know, no reason to complain. Our double God-Eternal Kefnets are messing T-Shoes up. This is why I say I like these Dimir discard decks, because they're really annoying early, right? They're like, oh god, you're just taking all of my cards, and it's seeming like like you're just gonna have to play with this like boulder amount of weight for the rest of the game. But in reality, they just sort of fizzle out most of the time, because they're rocking so many discard cards, and eventually you run out of cards for them to discard, and then they're like, well, you know, I don't really know what to do at this point. Nonetheless, that's gonna do it for today's video. It was super fun and super awesome. Thank you, Lego Bob, for suggesting that I run an Izzet spell deck. Oftentimes, I guess I'm just too afraid of how bad the deck will be, but every time I play one, I love it. So, That's going to do it for today's video. As always, I'll either see y'all later tonight or tomorrow. Peace.